Anyway, let's get to Doug Giles, who has yet a new
Doug
book.
Giles.
It's only through your show, your Clash Daily, other sources for news. Would you even get that kind of intel?
Doug, the thing is, the book is, here's the thing. At first, when he sends me stuff, sometimes I'm thinking, is this like for real? He's got a coloring book for college crybabies by Doug Giles. Dude, this better be real, right?
Oh, it'd be for real, Jamie.
I love it.
It's, unfortunately, I thought it was going to be out yesterday. It looks like it's going to be mañana, possibly at the latest Friday. But Jamie, I haven't drank any milk for like years, and I wrote this and I did the illustrations, and it's so funny that milk came out of my nostrils.
You did the illustrations on this? Did you do the cover of the guy standing there with the Starbucks cup that says Crispin on it?
Well, I'm a Renaissance man. I do everything. I'm like Leonardo da Vinci. Yeah, I did all the caricatures, some funny crap in it. It is for adults only. And I got to tell the listeners, when they get a coloring book for college crybabies, which is an extension of my Pussification, the Feminization of the American Male book that's out now, boy, and if they give it to their college hipster dandy skinny jean wearing man bun sporting deep V-neck multiple bangles and pierced ears college hipster son, they better have a safe space close by, because this is going to trigger them like nobody's business.
You need to airdrop this at that college in Massachusetts where they just decided to remove the flag altogether because they couldn't.
Yeah, we had to pull resources and dump them over D.C., dump them over all the universities. Where they're yanking flags down in New Hampshire or whatever, and whining about Old Glory. And I say California needs a good crop dusting with the coloring book for college crybabies, because they're replete with them. But you know what I thought was interesting? After maybe we should have gotten one to that Abdul dipstick who brought a machete and tried to run people over with his car at OSU prior to his death ride. Yesterday's terrorist attack, and that's what it was, even though if you watch CNN, they'll never say that. The terrorist attack yesterday at OSU was interesting to me in two ways. Number one, the OSU admin told the students to run and hide, which I'm thinking, okay, that's a little pussification. But then there was a last command or option given from the admin via Twitter to the students, which is fight. And I don't know about you, bro, but I've never heard any administration tweet out to the students the option of kick some ass. So I was very glad about that. And then also the Ohio State cop, Alan Harushko, 28 years old, frickin' dropped the douchebag right there, one to the chest, boom, he's dead. And that's hero status stuff. And you know what, Jamie? We don't hear much about heroes anymore. But Doug Biggie, and I was very happy about the fight exhortation from the admin, and the fact that this 28-year-old, I think he's a rookie cop, stepped to the plate and double-tapped the center mass of this terrorist jackass.
Yeah, you know what's interesting too is there was a woman who it was in class, a student, and she says that these military guys in her class, once the attack started and they were alerted to the thing, these guys all stood at the doors to protect their fellow students. All the guys who were members of the military stood at the doors.
Right.
Pretty amazing.
I mean, and look at that in contrast to like the Virginia Tech massacre, where Cho Sung Wee went and shot students as they cowered under their desk. I think he liquidated 30 plus in one room alone. And can you imagine, Jamie? I mean, I'm not a big guy. I'm 5'11", I weigh 170 pounds. But man, I'm from frickin' Texas. And if you come on our campus with a machete and you're screaming aloha snack bar, whatever they say before they kill people, then I guarantee me and my ruddy redneck buddies are going to pick up a desk. We're going to find a laptop. We're going to clobber you in some form or fashion. You're not going to go around putting hatchet wounds with your stupid machete because somebody insulted you on Facebook. To my fellow co-eds, we're going to try to take you out. We are going to block a door. The thing in the Virginia Tech massacre, the only person to stop Cho Sung-Wee as he executed people curled up in a fetal position under their desk was a 76-year-old Holocaust survivor. He blocked the door. He ultimately gave his life, but students were able to bail out the window of the second floor classroom that he was in and run to their safety. I'm telling you what, that kind of pussification cost people's lives like it did Virginia Tech. Thank God that, these guys in Ohio State University came to scratch. It's time to start terrorizing these punks who think that they can stroll on campus with machetes and cars. And one last thing, Jamie. By the way, dear Democrats, I guess it's time for a machete and car ban because that was the weapon du jour of Abdul on OSU.
The assault machete. You know, it's interesting. Apparently, these were ROTC cadets at Ohio State who were standing by the doors. It's really so cool. By the way, back to the college and the flag thing. This is why your book is so pertinent. Your coloring book is so pertinent, and the pussification book is so pertinent. Because how is it possible that we've come to a point in our society where a college, in order to deal with the burning of American flags that are put on flagpoles at the college, have decided just simply to get rid of flags altogether? I mean, instead of standing up for the flag, they just decide they're going to get rid of flags altogether. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, the clowns are running the damn circus.
Yeah, I know.
What happens is we didn't spank our kids. Now we got a bunch of screaming little babies that are triggered and offended by any and everything. And we've got liberal professors, man, that are sitting, at the behest of these babies, these yodeling, blathering babies who get triggered if they don't like something. And so it's a perfect cocktail for hissy fits galore. And, man, I'm telling you, the more and more I see liberalism, like we saw both in the primaries and the general election, then you see them spinning out of control, looking like lunatics on campus, banning the American flag and crying about being disagreed with. The more I'm encouraged, Jamie, to let them go public with their mendacity, because you know what? It's scaring people to the right. It's scaring people to, like the description of your show, to common sense.
Right.
So let them rage, man.
Well, you know what? It happens, and it's apparently it's permeating every aspect, whether it be our foreign policy. We just got news that these Iranian boats just came within about a mile of our assets, and it's like these guys haven't learned anything, but by us coddling them and cowering to them and kowtowing to them, look at what we get, and we get it the same way on the college campus when we just allow the lunatics to run the asylum. It's ridiculous.
But like I said, it's good. I remember in first and third grade, there was this kid named Glenn Haynes, and he would come to school all the time screaming and crying and clutching for mommy. And I mean, she'd have to walk him into the classroom, and all the guys are sitting back there. We weren't too macho back then, but we would see Glenn as a dissuasive example of what not to be.
Right. So I think right next to the Statue of Liberty, right there in the harbor, we need to create like a resin statue of Colin Kaepernick getting sawed in half at the last play of the game. And that should tell everybody a microcosm of exactly what's going on in our country, where we're tired of these people and we're going to scissor them any chance we get.
I think that's why, and I hate to sound like I'm a snake oil self-promoter, man. The pussification book, the college book, the coloring book for college crybabies, it's screaming, man. People are so ticked off at these petulant little entitled babies. And, man, if I was a woman, if I was single, I'm not, but I do like Kate Hudson movies, as you know, Jamie. I would be so concerned, because there's such a proliferation of pussified males out there. It's great to go shopping with them. It's great to, drink a frappuccino out of that long green lime straw with them. But you know what? When it gets down to, I want to spit out some babies. I want to settle down now. this stuff that liberalism has spawned in the American milieu is going to be detrimental to ladies looking for a real man. Girls, you got to move to Texas. There's some good people, folks, Jamie, right up in the Ozarks and stuff. But major cities, urban areas, bunch of dandies aplenty. Don't go to Miami, ladies. Don't go to Miami.
Yeah,
unless you go to the Cuban part of Miami. There's some dudes down there, man.
No doubt, or St. Augustine or something. All right, buddy. Listen. So the book, then I can find it on Amazon. Correct, the coloring book.
Yeah, it's not. It should be up tomorrow, man.
Right.
Amazon's judging it right now to see if it's worthy, if you can believe that. And but we'll get through the hoops. But a coloring book for college crybabies, Jamie. Your eyes are going to tear up with laughter.
I love it. Just the cover is making me laugh. All right, Doug Giles, beautiful. ClashDaily.com. Thanks a ton.
Yeah, I'm going to send you one, buddy.
All right, sounds great. Thank you. Doug Giles, you too.